Okay, we're going to, I'm going to be dehydrating some of this trombone squash. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've already done 1, 7. And I have one over here, is 8. That may fill up the dehydrator. That is an Excalibur 9 tray dehydrator. I've already done 1 tray. Let me, decided to show you what I'm doing and how. Not going to be easy with one hand, so let me pause the camera and commence to doing this. Hang on just a second. Okay, what I've done is, this one has a big curve to it, so I sliced it to take the curve out because I'm going to be doing it on the mandolin. Some of these are pretty long. This one is around 30 inches long. That's not the big one I showed you in the other video, but this is another one that we got that's really big. The big one laying right there. I'm letting it go to seed. But anyway, slice it. If you've got a curve in it or whatever, then slice it. This is a mandolin, and I don't know whether it's going to work with one hand. Let me see here. And every time I come across that, I am slicing it. Quarter of an inch thick, or thereabouts. You want all uniform thickness when you're going to dehydrate. I will put those, as I have those, on the dehydrating tray and space them out as such. Put them in there. By the way, this mandolin slicer, it's called a folding mandolin slicer by Progressive. I don't know much about it except that I read some good reviews on Amazon and bought 2 of them. I believe in buying 2 of most anything. I think they were about 15 bucks, 17 bucks. Man, it does a great job slicing. It will get your finger in a heartbeat. So use, I'm several inches away from it with this, but if you're doing something else that's getting close, like a squash or something like that, use the holder, and you'll grab the holder and use it like that, It goes up and down, because it will. That blade right there will get ya. So you don't want to do that. Anyway, we'll put them outside in the dehydrator. We have. Normally we put the dehydrator in spare bedroom. We've got company, so it'll go outside in the garage where it's 100 degrees, and we'll should dehydrate real fast. But anyway, this is one way of dehydrating. Let me zoom over here real quickly. That is some zucchini that we dehydrated, and some yellow squash that we dehydrated, and put them in the mason jars and vacuumed them with the Food Saver canister attachment. That is corn. We just went down and bought frozen corn, and all you have to do is just when you just buy a bag of frozen corn, I think it's a pound bag, spread it out on your dehydrator, put it in, spread it out on your tray. These are sheets. If you're not familiar with dehydrators, it's got these little sheets that are made out of plastic of some sort, food grade. But anyway, spread the corn out on there. Green beans that you buy in the store. What else frozen? Gosh, I don't know. But everything that's in the store frozen has been blanched. You don't have to blanch squash anyway, but green beans you would have to, corn you would have to, I think. But it's already been blanched, so you can just spread, go buy a pound of corn and go buy 9 pounds of corn. I think 1 pound goes on a tray. If you have a 9 tray dehydrator, these are about $200, $250, not sure. They may be up to $300, I'm not sure. Excalibur is supposed to be, as far as the homeowner goes, is supposed to be one of the, probably the Cadillac, the real nicest one, trouble-free. There are better ones, of course, if you go commercial, something like that. But anyway, slice them. I really recommend this mandolin. Also, you want uniform slices, thicknesses, so they go, dry evenly. And anyway, this is what we're doing with some of the squash. We are dehydrating, and we've done a lot of things like that. We've done apples, and may do some apples and show you how to do apples. We've got a peeler and a corer that peels it, cores it, slices it all at one time. Pretty cool. They're only 25, 30 bucks, so neat tool to have. Anyway, dehydrate some things. You can do this outside. You'll need to set you up, make you one. There's some plans online. If I can think about it, I will try to find a plan and maybe provide a link to it. But anyway, dehydration is a good way to store things. Those when you dehydrate and then put them in a canister or a jar and vacuum seal them, maybe even put a oxygen absorber in them, they will last for a long time. You could also do potatoes. I think you can buy sliced potatoes. I don't do a lot of grocery shopping, but sliced or diced potatoes, you can dehydrate those on here. Put those in the mason jars. Vacuum seal them in some way with an O2 or with a canister sealer, and will last for years and years and years. The lady on Dehydrate to Store says they'll last 20 years. So who knows, 10 to 20 years. That's not my endorsement, I'm not sure, but I'll let you know in 10 years or 20 if I'm still around. Anyway, dehydrate something. It's a cool way to save things. It's an easy way to save things. There's no canning. We're not heating up the kitchen. We're not. I think this is a 600 watt, so it uses very little electricity, and so I think it's a good way to go. When we rehydrate things in soups and such, you can't really tell the difference. The corn that we bought and dehydrated, we've used in soups and stews and things like that, and you can't tell the difference. So nobody we've ever had over and tried it could tell the difference. So dehydrate some things. Look into a dehydrator. You can find them sometimes on Craigslist. People buy them and don't use them and sell them real cheap. They do the same thing with the Food Saver vacuum sealers. We'll buy them thinking they're going to save and store and whatever, and never do that. So sometimes you can get them real cheap. There are other what was I going to say? Garage sales, things like that. Yard sales, garage sales. You might can find some things like this real cheap. Maybe some canning jars or something real cheap. Anyway, you may want to try to dehydrate something. Texas Prepper, gone.